that we are at the room of the Last Supper, but suddenly I saw a door and it's open. Then let's go to see what's happening there. Then we can talk here. Watch your head, please. And next. Yeah. Now, what you actually see now, and I think they just painted it. This is a replica of the tomb of King David. The original tomb is down there. Then why there's a replica of King David tomb? Come on, listen. We are already family members.
Yes. Okay. Is this the upper room?
This is the upper room, that one. But the door was open, and as a tour guide, if the door is open, I'm always entering. It's supposed to be closed. That place is supposed to be open twice a year. One in Pentecost, and the other one is in Shavuot, which is the Jewish week. And what you're looking at, it's a replica of King David's tomb. Did you visit the tomb?
Yes.
Then it was exactly down there. And it looks the same. But at the 14th, 15th century, that building was owned by Christians. This is the room of the Last Supper, the Cenacle. And the lower part was a synagogue. The Jews didn't like that there is a church above them. The Christians didn't like that there is a synagogue beneath them. Then, in that case, they went to the Mamluks, to the Muslim government, and complained. Then the Muslims came and say, all right, my dears, Jesus is holy for us. Jesus is a prophet, a Muslim prophet. Then go away, dear Christians. And then they went down to the tomb of King David and said, David is a prophet of us. He wasn't the king. Go away, dear Jews. Then until 1948, that was a mosque. If you will climb up to the roof, you will see the minaret. And I don't know if you saw the room, the Last Supper, but later on when we go out, you will see the mihrab, which marks the way to Mecca, and the beautiful windows in Arabic, part of the Quran. Then in that case, they didn't let the Jews and the Christians visit King David. Then they built a replica just above it, and twice a year you could visit it, and now you could do that too. I don't know why it's open. It looks like they painted it, but we do have have something that you cannot see every day. Then you're welcome. Then we didn't visit that tomb yet, and we can stay here to talk about the room of the Last Supper, because it's less noisy. You're welcome, because now you can hear the acoustic. Then, the first question that you asked me, do you want to sit instead of standing? The first question that you asked me is why we have to climb up. Then let's go back to the window and remember that's Mount Zion. Mount Zion is the other side, right there. And Jesus was there. But to prepare the Passover meal, you must do that inside the walls. The Mount of Olives was outside the walls. Then in that case, he told the disciples, two of them, go to Jerusalem. Look for someone who is carrying water, and he will take you to the roof. That's where he's going to prepare the meal for us. And now we know that it's the upper room. But why will he take you to the roof? Think about you. You're living in America. Your city is a holy city. You do have, let's say, 10,000 inhabitants. But in one of the Jewish festivals, every Jew must be in the city. Remember we saw Simon from Libya, who helped Jesus to carry the cross. Then in less than 1 week, there will be 100,000 Jews here. You can understand what will happen to the hotel prices. But God knew too, and he said to the Jews, you must give a strange family a room in your house. Are you going to open your house for someone that you don't know? No, but you can give them the roof. It's April. It's not raining anymore. The weather is amazing. Then that is the reason why it's the upper room. But why? And let's go outside. Why the room? Why? What is the meaning of the Last Supper? Let's talk about it there. But you saw something that you're not supposed to see. And that's a replica of the King David too. Hallelujah for us. Remember, we have a lot of luck. There was no line at the Calvary and the Golgotha. We did it just like that. Oh, be careful. Careful. You fell 3 times, we are falling too. Then, if it's okay by you, let's go outside to talk about it. But what you can see here, this is the mihrab. That actually tells us where Mecca is. When the Muslim entered to the mosque, they knew exactly where to pray to. Simple, look at that. You can see Arabic inscription. It actually tells us the story of what's happened here. The inscription says, we took that place from the pagans. Pagans are the Christians who believes in the Trinity. Yes. Then we turned it into a holy site. And there's something like that at King David tomb as well. But let's go outside for a minute. We just went out because it's a little bit noisy and the acoustic is not so well in the room. And I want you, and this is important, I want you to understand the meaning of the room for Christians, because for so many of us, the room of the Last Supper is just the room of the Last Supper. But it's more than that. Because at the Last Supper, which was, according to the Catholic, Passover meal, according to the rest, it was the day before. That's why the Catholic used to eat matzah bread until today, and the Protestant eating bread, because the day before Passover you can still eat bread. Then in that case, he said here something that we are actually saying every day in every church. It doesn't matter if it's a Greek Orthodox church or whatever. Eat that bread. This is my body. Drink that wine. This is my blood. Then this is the first Mass. This is the first service. Ceremony. And who was the priest? Jesus himself. Then for me, this is the first church ever. Can you understand now the meaning of the room, the Last Supper? But it's not the end. So many things happen here. He washed the legs of the disciples. Doubting Thomas was here. On Sunday, Mary entered to their room and said, he resurrected. Let's go back to the tomb to see it. But what's happened 50 days after Passover, after the meal? Pentecost. He told the disciples, stay here. Stay in Jerusalem, but in the same room. And then holy fire went down from heaven. And the message was in so many languages. Spread Christianity all over. Spread Christianity all over. Then the center of Christianity is that room. Now the Swedish guy asked me, is that the same room? Then the answer is, might be the same site, just like the tomb that we visit today, but not the same room, because we expected to see the upper room that was a roof. But what you see here is a room from 12th century. It's a crusader place. Then in that case, just like the rest of Jerusalem, been destroyed a few times. Now, why they believe that it was in that area and not in a different place in Jerusalem? Mainly because the Isis used to be here. And who are the Isis? One, I mean, at the time of Jesus, there were so many kind of Jews, Pharisees, Sadducees, and Isis took it to the, how should I say it, to the most strict way. No women, like monks in a way. And usually someone who's carrying water, well, sorry, the women. The man is not doing it. It's not. It's for the women. But if he is Isis, he had to carry the water. Then they lived here. Then in that case, the room's supposed to be very close to here. If it's not that one, but why not to believe that it's that one?
What group?
The group is called the Isis.
Isis.
Isis. Yeah, very difficult name. Did you hear about Dead Sea Scrolls?
Yes.
That's a community.
So we call them the Essenes.
You call it the
Essenes.
Essenes, then Essenes, not Isis for it.
These would be the more fundamental.
True. Then I'm talking about that group. Then in that case, it might be that room. And again, as I told you earlier, it's from father to his son, and from his son to his son. That's how actually we are building stories and rumors. Then I believe that it can be here. And beneath us is the tomb of King David. Do you want to visit it? Of course.
Sure.
All right. Then in that case, don't forget to subscribe my channel, my friends. And Tamar, she's not here. Tamara went to that window. All right, then in that case, it was a pleasure to be with you. Then, and see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Oh, no. We didn't visit the room. Then let's go to visit the room, because I hope that they are already went. All right, there are few things that you must see here. The first one is that this is a beautiful olive tree. I think you already know the olive tree. And this is the present that we got from the Pope the year 2000. If we go back to the letters of Paul, when he visited one of the first synagogues of Christians, he heard that the Christians started to hate the Jews. I mean, let's face it, when we are reading the Bible, there's not a lot of love for the Jews. Then in that case, he said to the disciples, the Jews and our belief is the trunk. You are the new branches. If you will cut the trunk, you will cut your heritage as well. And this is a beautiful present, but look at that, 3 trunks: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, which is beautiful to see. The other side, we already know that this is part of the mihrab, the mosque that was here, with the beautiful 2 stained windows. And he is standing next to another beautiful column, and you can see there. Can you see the birds there? Then let's go closer and just to see it, and then we will talk about it. You can see here a falcon mother that couldn't feed her own chicks. Then she decided to feed her own chicks from her own flesh. Let them live. And this is the story of Christianity. Eat that bread. Amazing, isn't it? And now when we know it, we can actually go and visit the tomb of King David. Here it is. Bye-bye.